Shalom, Israel. Shalom. This is the brother Quatazi Hawad back at it with another lesson. Abaratazah, this be quick, fast, straight to the point. Just want to bring out a couple articles, maybe a couple scriptures. All right, but this is going to be another breaking news because, as y'all know, man, 2026 is here, and every day is more and more shit. It's going to get worse before it get even worse. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bracha HaKodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there laboring in this truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom to you families out there watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the hopeful elect. All right, so a couple articles I just came across. This one, the first one's from a week ago. Bay Area man arrested for kidnapping minor in Porterville.
Behind bars following a human trafficking investigation by Porterville police. Officials say 3 days ago, 20-year-old Mario Godinez lured a victim through Snapchat, transported her to his home, and held her for several days. Godinez, who has prior trafficking arrests, was taken into custody without incident and is being held without bail. Investigators think that there may be additional victims. So if you have any information related to this case, you're asked to contact Porterville Police.
All right, so you just saw that,
Richmond man and held her for...
All right. So this wicked ass Jake, kidnapped a young woman through the Snapchat social media and held her at his home for several days. And so when I saw this across the timeline, I wanted to bring it out because I can't stress enough, and brothers of Great Millstone, other brothers of Great Millstone, the head apostles, elder bishops, right, the elders on down, we can't stress enough the severity and the distress women are going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble, when shit hit the fan, all right, when there's no police to call and nobody to call that's going to help you. And if you're a female out here and you by yourself, you're a single woman, or you're a single mother, whatever it is, Salakia, sleepy at the plantation, you a single mother or a single woman, and you don't have a man that can protect you, predominantly a man of the Lord, a man of Yahweh Shai Shai. Because even if you a woman and you got a man, but he a 2/3 ass nigga, a through ass nigga, or a heathen, that's only gonna take you so far. You know what I'm saying? You women would really want to fall in line with a man of Yahweh Shai Shai. All right, because he got this cat you're looking at now. He got caught up for it. They won't be getting caught up for it during Jacob's trouble. They won't be getting penalized. They won't be receiving punishment for it from the law.
A rich...
Details months.
Man arrested for allegedly kidnapping, sexually assaulting Spring ISD student.
After a teenage girl was allegedly kidnapped and sexually assaulted after leaving her high school.
Yeah, the details in this one are disturbing. The kidnapping happened about 5 miles away from the school, the one that the girl attended. That's Dekaney High. And our Ugochi Uloka joins us live in studio with a timeline breakdown of the new charges. Okay, this all started, Ugochi, we're told, when the teen left the school and got into the suspect's truck.
Jacob and Alona, that's correct. 44-year-old Johnny Ray Green is now being held without bond on aggravated kidnapping and sexual assault charges involving this teen girl after she stated in court documents he promised to give her a ride to the police station, but instead took her to his home, forced her inside, and sexually assaulted her for over an hour. Here's a timeline of events. Court records show on September 3rd of 2025 is when a 15-year-old girl reported the sexual assault to police. On December 1st of last year is when the teen's medical exam results came back with the DNA match. On December 22nd, police said a Green's truck was spotted at the Smart Financial Credit Union on the day of the abduction and sexual assault of the 15-year-old girl. On January 7th of this month, police confirmed Green was the driver of the truck. Then the next day, on the 8th,
I just want to point out a note and pause. Look at the days of this, like September 3rd, the young woman reported the assault to police. 3 months later, the medical exam results come back. 3 weeks after that, the police linked suspect's truck to the assault. About 2 weeks after that, police confirmed Green as the driver of the truck. And a day later, the young woman identifies Green as the suspect. So I just want to point out, look at how meticulous they being, I guess you could say. I mean, this shit seems to be like that took a long time, but to a degree, but there will be no investigations. All right, when shit like this take place during Jacob's trouble, there will be no investigations, no reporting assault to police, and then medical exam results coming back, and then the police linking the suspect to this and that, and then the police confirming whoever as, the driver or kidnapper or whatever, and then there will be no, elderly woman, young woman, whoever it is, identifying nobody as a suspect. None of that will be taking place during Jacob's trouble. All right.
The victim identified.
So it's very important that you females understand. You few sincere sisters out there, y'all understand. But there's women out here that don't understand. Isaiah 32:2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a rock, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right, so during that time of Jacob's trouble, a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna be like an oasis, likened unto an oasis in the middle of a desert. And if you walking through the middle of the desert, hot, sweating, tired, dehydrated, thirsty, whatever, hungry, all these different things, you would kill to get to that damn oasis, So that's why we say, man, you females better fall in line with a man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Because men of the Lord are going to have, women beating down their doors, man, for that sake of protection and that hedge of protection, man. Okay? Because when Jacob's trouble pops up, the prophecy of Isaiah 4:1 is also going to pop off. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So in that day, and 7 is just a complete, 7 just means completion. It's a complete number. So it could very well for any number of brothers, men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, like, you might have 3 women with you. You might have 7, you might have 9, you might have 20, There's no telling how Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna do it, but, the women that brothers do decide to take with them, those women are going to become those brothers' wives, right? And they're going to have that hedge of protection over them. That man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be their hedge of protection. You see?
Green as the man who.
Sometimes you gotta do that to get your post back, to where you had it. Also in the news, I wanted to point out the United States launches wave of strikes in Somalia targeting ISIS. All right, this ain't meant to be done long, but so you can look this article up and read it yourself. But I'm gonna just skim through it real quick. Basically, the United States launched airstrikes against ISIS right, in Somalia. So, these rumors of war are heating up every day. Okay, Latin American rebel groups urged to form super guerrilla alliance against Trump. The calls intensified in the wake of the arrest of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, which has fueled fears among groups of a looming U.S.-backed military intervention. Yeah, so you can see all these countries are being stirred up, and a world war is on the horizon. All right, the third world war is on the horizon, man.
Federal government is.
Feds cut off Medicaid funding. Okay, so even when before this whole SNAP epidemic had took place, right, and people couldn't get their EBT and they started going crazy, etc. Before that came, we already prophesied and already have been prophesying about Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to do away with all of that, man. Using Esau, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to do away with, Medicare, Medi-Cal, Medicaid, damn food stamps, Social Security, SSI, Section 8, okay, WIC, all these different government-backed programs will be done away with. And there's a time coming soon where the funding is going to be cut for all that shit. All right? And, that's going to be part of Jacob's trouble and Babylon being plunged into fucking chaos and darkness. So yeah, man, I just wanted to bring out a little bit more news, okay? Because a lot of shit is happening day by day in 2026, man. This could very, very well be the year that we out of here, man. All right? It very well could be, possibly. We just looking at the signs, watching, waiting, praying on Yahweh Shai's second return. All right? Keep rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of our ability, repenting, calling on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, fasting. All right, we came out of the world. We don't observe their customs or eat the bullshit they eat, etc., etc. And we've all been doing this. Those of you who are new and are not new, you just started doing this, or you have been doing this to show your faith and your devotion to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, because we've been going off long enough, and we have the mind and the spirit that we don't want to go off no more. In no way that we can consciously, intentionally go off. We don't want to do that. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh.